Hi everybody! Thanks for joining me again for another process video. Today I am sharing a layout that I did with my September hip kit, and if you haven't noticed, I've been uploading a lot of videos using this kit. I'm really trying to kill it, but we'll see. It does happen to coordinate quite well with pictures from my California vacation. So the picture that you just saw me mount on that floral piece of paper is actually from Andrew Malera State Park, and we took a hike and got to the beach. When we finally thought we were not going to ever get there, we finally got to the beach and we saw this view, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. So we snapped some pictures there, of course, and I wanted to print this out as another large photo just because I think that view is breathtaking. So anyways, that takes up the majority of my layout. So I start trying to play with my title, and so I spell out beauty with those Finders Keepers thickers, and I am going to end up using that, but I do play around with some different titles. I pull out some gold thickers, the word thickers, and they were in my August kit, and I'm going to pull those out and play with those as well, because I'm thinking that I may end up using those as part of my title, or I might just use it as my whole title. So anyway, so I get the word beauty spelled out and I move it around a few times, and of course I have to coordinate all my colors there. So that's the one thing about those thickers that I don't like, is that you have to try and plan accordingly when you're doing your title, so you don't end up the same color letter by the other one. But anyways, first world problems there. And I think this might be where I might go and look through and pull out those other thickers, because I keep moving that title around, and it's just missing something at this point to me. So I'm not sure what I am doing there. Oh, I know what I was doing. I forgot about this. I took the rub-ons, and these rub-ons are a little persnickety, I must say. There was this white one, and it said Unbelievable, and it was a nice size, and I thought that would go great in that bottom left-hand corner of my photo if I could rub that on, and it would say Unbelievable Beauty. Well, of course, when I tried to take it off of the paper, it broke up and broke the image and got all over my fingers as well. So now you see, this is where I pull out those gold thicker letter stickers. And so I first pull out the word lovely, and I'm going to play with that. And at one point I'm just playing like that might be my title there, just lovely, or lovely beauty, but that sounds weird to me. So here's where I look at the word lovely, and I'm like, well, that's really pretty, but it still seems like it's just not right for the picture, because that picture is so big. And so now I decide that I'm actually going to, my title's actually going to be Lovely Beauty, but I'm going to keep playing with it here. And at this point, I think I decide, like, okay, let's just go ahead and get the picture put down on the paper. And I think I trimmed off I think I was trimming off the branding strip off the bottom, which I do love those branding strips. I'm so glad that all the manufacturers now are starting to put a pattern on the other side. It makes it so nice to use. So here I go. I'm going to go ahead and put the picture down, so then I can figure out placement on everything else, because of course I need my photo stuck down before I can really get my title in place. And like I said, there's not a ton of embellishment on this layout because the picture is really the focal point. But I do take this strip of paper, and I think this was actually from another layout that I did. And this paper was not in the hip kit, that striped paper, but I loved that paper from the Amy Tan collection, so I bought it on my own at my local scrapbook store, and got that. And lately I've been enjoying using something as grounding on the top and the bottom of my layout. So I will either use a lot of times a branding stick. Goodness, I cannot talk. A branding strip or just another little bit of paper up there. And I did look through the washi tape booklet, and I thought I was going to try and put a little bit of washi there and then layer the paper over it. But the washi really just didn't stand out. And so I'm going to stick it down here. But once I get it down, I'm like, well, you really can't see it that much on that dark blue paper. And I just don't like it. So here we go. I'm going to tear that off now. And of course I wasted a whole strip of washi, but that's okay because there's plenty more left in the washi book. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and glue down that strip of paper up there, I think. Or maybe I'm going to play with the bottom one first, because I did put a really narrow strip down at the bottom as well. It just helps, to me, it helps break up that blue because there's so much blue on the layout, the blue background and then all the blue in the photo. But I do love the way that photo looks when you put it up against that blue paper. And that blue paper is probably one of my most favorites in this collection. I know I said that in another one of my process videos, but I do love it. So I'm going to get that strip glued down on the top. And then I'm going to trim it off because it was a little bit too long, or else I didn't have it lined up right. One or the other, not sure. And then I'm going to glue the one down on the bottom as well. And there we go. Sometimes it takes me forever to glue those down. I think maybe I'm just a little too particular about it. Just need to stick it down and move on. And I'm sure I probably had to trim it again. Alrighty. There we go. I just trimmed it on the side there. And now we go back to the title. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So here I go back to those thickers again. And this is where I'm going to pull out the hello. And I think the hello works much better with that whole title. And because it allows me to kind of cover up a little bit of the photo since it is so big. So I'm going to get the hello stuck down. I did add a little bit of adhesive to the word hello. I don't know if I really needed to, but I did just because I never know. Since it was chipboard, I wasn't sure, and sometimes those things don't stick well. So I added glue to that, and then when I put down the word beauty, I also used some adhesive on those letters as well. But it does seem like those thickers are sticking better now. I'm not sure if maybe they changed the formula for their adhesive on the thickers. I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, they do seem like they are sticking. But I guess I'm just in such a habit of always putting adhesive on them that that's what I do. So anyways, and hopefully, I don't think I cut any of this out actually, so I apologize. I don't think you really needed to watch me glue all of those letters down, but luckily it's not a super long word. And I'm actually really glad I got behind on my kits because this kit worked perfectly with my California pictures. I've got a few more layouts coming that I also made with the kit. So, and like I said, I keep it pretty simple. So once I get the title down, there's not going to be a whole lot of embellishment. It's really going to be journaling and some of the really small embellishments. I don't even think I used anything from the ephemera pack in this. I did pull out this gold chipboard banner sticker, and it says a beautiful day, and that was actually from the the August hip kit, and I believe that might be from the Fine and Dandy collection, the Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy collection, but I'm not positive. But I thought it looked nice just to have a little something up top. I don't have a whole lot of space there, and like I said, I didn't want to put a ton of embellishment, so you know, I just thought that worked perfectly. So I did my journaling on my computer. I just typed it up and then printed it out on some white cardstock and just kind of centering it there. And I just made sure they were all different lengths, but they're kind of gradually getting smaller. And then I pull out the um, the little heart enamel shapes. That's what they are. And I think I'm addicted to those things too. I could take a couple packs of those. So once I get this journaling down, then I'm gonna move to that, I believe, because I feel like it still needs something else, but I'm still trying to keep it simple just because I want, like I said, the focus to be on that beautiful photo. So once I get that stuck down, here we go. Now I'm going to pull out those enamel hearts and just put a couple on the bottom and like 2 at the top. And then I'll add some gold splatters after that. And because I really think the gold looks so pretty with this picture and the paper. So still just looking at those enamel hearts and just kind of going around willy-nilly, seeing where I think they might fit and might add something, some interest. So just add a couple up there, and I think now I'm going to probably, here we go, I'm going to cover up my photo so that I don't get gold on it. But I did end up getting a tiny little bit of gold on it, so that's okay. It dried and it's pretty. It's, you know, up in the top left-hand corner, so it's not a big deal. So, but I'm going to do a little bit of the splatters up top, and then I'm going to do more down on the bottom. And once I do that, that is really going to be the end of it. So like I said, it was pretty simple, but I really love the way it turned out. And I will have some still photos coming up in just a minute. And I thank you for joining me again for another video. And I will be back soon with another one, probably using my September hip kit. So thanks again, and please remember to give me a thumbs up if you liked my video, and have a great day. See you soon.